Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarius soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, please give us exactly what we need to know for Aquarius sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. These messages are general, guys, okay? Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever else it's here for. That's how tarot works. Use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that spirit has for you here today, okay? Don't force anything to fit. All right, now, if you do not mind, please take a moment and click that like button, guys. All right, it is free. It is one of the easiest ways to donate to the channel. I truly appreciate those of you who do it every time. It does not go unnoticed. I love you. Okay, your girl is riding with you forever. All right, if you want to make it official and become a part of our gang, become a part of our family, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so you can be notified when I upload for this sign, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get tapped in, guys, right? Like, I'm not really sure how I feel about the energy. I'm actually a little confused, okay? I'm confusion. This is definitely somebody who's reminiscing hard. They're finding it hard to think about anything else. Actually, okay, they're reminiscing about all of the little small minute details and experiences that the two of you may have shared. I feel like they're actually having like out-of-body experiences, right? Like, so they might be in the midst of doing some work at the office, and then all of a sudden they're not there, and whoever's in front of them is like, hello, like trying to get their attention. They're zoning out is what they're saying, right? Like, this person is continuously zoning out. There are a lot of thoughts, right? One of the first cards that came out was woman holding a heart. We then had the thinking woman, as well as contract. Okay, wow, right under contract is door to personal healing and happiness. So this is somebody who viewed you as like a balm, B-A-L-M, like a healer, like you healed a lot of portions of them, even though they did not provide that for you. Okay, they may have done the exact opposite. In fact, you may even have had thoughts of like, wow, I was more whole before I met you. Like, you really, you know, you changed me as a person. This person possibly changed your perspective on relationships and love and just people in general, right? So I find it quite ironic that this person is heavily focused now on the past, okay, rather than the future. They're not thinking anything about the future. They actually feel like their future feels a bit bleak, a bit dim, a bit meh, right? This could be somebody who did actively try to date other people, right? Needless to say, they've hit a dead end. They're still very much so on their own, or they're deciding to be on their own and just kind of think about how to move next, okay? Now, even though both of these cards have the gender woman in it, gender doesn't matter when it comes to tarot. This is about energy. This is about energetics, okay? When a woman shows up in my tarot cards, the way that I view that is divine feminine energy, of course, but we all have both masculine and feminine energy within us all, okay? So the feminine energy is that nurturing energy, right? It's that close to home type of feeling, comfort, the person that you feel like you can run to, the person that you feel like you can rely on and lean on, the person that makes you feel, you know, alive, if you will. So this is somebody who is really thinking on a deep and soul level about the things that they may have fumbled in this connection, the opportunities in which they were given that they did not take advantage of. Okay, missed opportunities for sure. And it's like a reel. It's going over and over and over and over. It's on repeat. This is somebody who is thinking most importantly about what you're going to do outside of this connection. They're heavily focused on that. They're actually very not worried about it, but they are jealous, right? This is somebody who has a bit of a jealous streak. They may have had some forms of jealousy towards you within the connection, actually, guys, okay? Just bear that in mind. I'm feeling that very heavily. And I feel as though this is somebody who is now thinking or viewing it from the aspect or the perspective of, well, damn, they were jealous in the connection. They did a lot to push you away. And now that you're independent, right, they're thinking even heavier, like, I should have just held on to Aqua. I should have just sucked it up, grew a pair, like just did what I needed to do in order to at least be able to enjoy some of those resources, right? Enjoy some of what you provide. Now somebody else is gonna be able to indulge in what I very well could have had as my own. That's what I'm hearing, you guys. These are their thoughts. The contract card is definitely signifying to me that some of you may have actually been married to this person, if not in this lifetime, in a past lifetime. This is a soulmate connection. It is contractual, either way it goes, whether you had it in black and white in the 3D in this lifetime or another. This is about breaching of a contract. This is about fumbling an opportunity that was supposed to put both of you on a path towards a specific goal. So they fucked it up, right? Like they have messed up the end goal. I don't think things are changing for you on your end because you did hold up your end of the bargain. But this person should have read the fine print. Now, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? Because they have breached this contract. This is not just your run-of-the-mill, regular, old schmegula contract that them and Pookie signed behind the convenience store, okay? This is the divine. This is spirit that you have promised, right? These are promises that were made. They're racking up the karmic debt. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? I can't wait to get a peek at what that's gonna look like in the near future, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? By breaching this contract, what they have done is simultaneously put themselves in a position to not be at peace, okay? Their happiness, their healing, their peace is definitely in balance. It's in the balance is what I'm hearing. They need to make their rights wrong, especially when it comes to this connection. This is why we have that apologies card here. So this is somebody who definitely at the very least, needs to take accountability and apologize. And the fact that they said take accountability, I feel as though whenever you would try to bring things to this person's attention, they would either toss it back to you, right? Revert or divert your attention somewhere else within the conversation. Deflect, right? They would deflect. So instead of it being about what you want to talk about, now it's, well, you did this and this and this and this, and it's like, but we're not talking about that, bruh. Ain't nobody got time for your word salad, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. Ain't nobody got time for that shit today. I'm not hungry, right? I feel as though they are trying to gain this courage, right? Like they're trying to get up courage, get up this confidence to come towards you. But there's still just a whole lot of thinking. All of this is occurring within their mind. People around them are noticing that they have shifted, they have changed. Their energy is just very much so off. They're not able to really accomplish many goals that they've set forth since this contract has been breached. Even if you are still engaging with this person slightly, they still need to have this conversation with you. It's almost as if they are being demanded to have this conversation, and instead of moving their ass and putting some action behind this request from the divine, okay, it's almost as if they're getting a second chance to make this right. Take this accountability, and that's going to preserve them from how destructive that karmic cycle is going to be on the other end. But instead of moving, they're just like kind of in their head thinking about it, thinking long and hard, actually. Wow. I feel like this person is also having thoughts of what you made them feel. They may have tried to act as though it didn't mean much, right? Love story came out in the reverse, as if, you know, it's just, this comes a dime a dozen. If it's not you, it'll be the next one, you know, on to the next. It is what it is. That was definitely just a front, okay? That was this person fronting on themselves, it appears, because now they can't stop thinking about who will get that. Who you're going to provide that to if they cannot bring this back together. If they can't convince you that they mean business this time, or that they want to do it right this time. They know where they made the mistakes. They know where the opportunities were missed. And now they're ready. I'm ready. Ready, mom. Ready, dad. Okay, see, look, escapism. Exactly. I definitely feel like this is somebody who always tries to run away from their issues, from their problems. They don't like adulting, right? So they don't like dealing with the hard shit that life brings, which, you know, that's just life sometimes. Okay, we all have to deal with responsibilities. We all have to put our big girl, big boy drawers on sometime and do shit that we don't necessarily want to fucking do, right? But this is somebody who tries to avoid that like the plague. That was no different in this relationship. No different. I don't know how you tolerated it for so long is what I'm hearing. That wasn't from me. That was from the divine. Yeah. Like, you thugged it out. You definitely thugged it out with this one. And I feel as though it's because you could feel that this wasn't just a regular relationship. This wasn't just a regular, schmagular, run-of-the-mill boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, you know, husband-wife situation. You knew that it ran deeper than just the 3D. Let's see here. Okay, riding the frog. It says, if you keep riding the cute frog, you won't find your Prince Charming. You deserve to be in a healthy space. So I also feel as though with this coming out, this escapism card is mirrored. You were definitely dealing with someone who wanted to escape the responsibilities of being in connection with this sort of divine relationship, okay, that you and them shared. They wanted to avoid that. They just wanted to do the fun stuff. They didn't want to delve into the deeper stuff. They wanted to keep it very surface level, very shallow. This escapism card is also in your positioning in reference to this riding the frog card, because I feel as though Spirit would have given you a sign well before you left that it was time for you to move on, that it was time for you to release yourself from this, that you were no longer under contract. Okay, the other party breached the contract, so you were no longer responsible for even the shit that was in the fine print. Okay, yeah, see, we have, this is the positioning of a karmic relationship, you guys, right? Settling. And it could also signify being used to toxicity. So that's only for a small portion of you. Don't force nothing to fit, you guys. Only take what resonates. But for some of you, you viewed some of the toxicity that you were met with in connections, not just this one, but others prior. It's a pattern, or it has been a pattern for you in the past, to view toxicity as chemistry, to almost yearn for that, for those extreme highs and lows, right? I know how absurd that sounds. That sounds crazy. I know most of you are going to be like, girl, that is not me. Don't nobody want no toxic ass relationship, I guess. Okay, but that's what they're saying. Hello. Used to toxicity. That's what that riding the frog card is about. And it's definitely given the energy of you being attracted to people who just so happen to be toxic, but that was just in your mind. They don't just so happen to be toxic. You were literally attracting those kind of people. And this was your escape plan. This is Spirit giving you an escape from this pattern. So I feel like this is somebody who you may have dealt with, yes, for a very long time, but they were very similar to other relationships that you encountered as well. A sincere offer. See? Damn. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It is too late. Damn it. It says a sincere offer will be presented, guys. It is up to you to decide if you want to accept and pursue this path. Of course it is. We all have free will. This is a very sincere offer, you guys. They definitely turned away whatever affections you were giving them, right? With this woman holding the heart, we have love story in the reverse. They wouldn't allow things to play out. This is somebody who wanted to control how things would play out in this connection. They wouldn't just let it ride. You know, they would not allow themselves to conform is the word that I'm hearing, right? So this is somebody who feels like relationships tie you down, relationships change your life, relationships, you can no longer be who you really are once you're in a relationship, and their work, and they're like being in jail, prison, Conformity is the word that I heard, okay? They felt like this is somebody who refused to conform. And this is also why the littlest things that you would ask for was such a huge issue for them. It's like, damn, I only asked you to give me a glass of water. Are you kidding me? Right? The smallest things. That's just one example. It could be very small things that you would tell this person that you desire, that you want, that you need from them, that you want them to do differently, that you need help with, that you need for them to do. And it would just be a major issue. And it's because they view that as, well, if I say yes to Aqua, who is someone that I care about, somebody that is providing me love, right? Nurturing, somebody who is feeding me, feeding my soul, literally for free, bitch. You were eating for free. I'm just saying. If I say yes, or if I follow what Aqua is telling me to do or agree, then I'm conforming, and I refuse. I refuse. That definitely seemed like a good idea at the time for them, is what I'm hearing. This is a very toxic person, you guys, but I feel as though some of their toxic manners and ways they were unaware of, okay? This is somebody who actually believed that they were a good catch, right? I'm getting a little bit serious right now. I'll be kikiing and joking, but they want me to get more serious. So this is somebody who could not see. They couldn't see how destructive their patterns were to other people. They couldn't see how their toxicity affected other people. They didn't even view themselves. They did not believe that their ways were in any way toxic. No. Okay? They felt like they were perfectly fine the way that they were, and they didn't want to be changed. And this connection would have had to change them. This definitely feels like a divinely guided connection, and change was necessary. You most certainly are changed after this. They refused to change. And I'm definitely getting that this is a massive wake-up call. Okay, they're no longer allowed to wear their rose-colored glasses. That's what they were wearing, you guys. And those are the lenses that they viewed themselves from. So they definitely propped themselves up on a pedestal, okay? Like they were the end-all, be-all, okay? Yes. And that they didn't need to change, right? They didn't need to conform is the word, you guys. Conform. Wow. Now that they are without their glasses, they're blinded by their disgusting behavior. They're even embarrassed, is what I feel, okay? I mean, it don't just say apology. It say apologies. They have a lot of people to apologize to. This is somebody who possibly is, in fact, disgusted with themselves, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? Wow. They no doubt want reconciliation, but I feel as though this is somebody who's trying to be realistic with themselves. They have ruined the story. It's tarnished. It is tainted, right? Even though the offer is sincere, but they're thinking long and hard before they make any moves. They also want to know if you're riding another frog. That's what I just heard. Okay? Or is another frog riding you? Ciao. Look at this, twice, okay? They're like, just in case they didn't hear you the first time, Empress, let them know. I want you bad. Wow. So what I'm being pointed to is this very last phrase on this card, which is love wins. Seeing you again reminds me that life is better with you in it. See, told you, right? And I feel like this person did a lot of things to push you away. They did. Purposefully, at least that's what you felt. But I feel like on a subconscious level, that is something that they had to do to protect their toxicity, which they were trying to hold on to for dear life. They did not want to change. This connection was meant to teach the both of you lessons, and you were both meant to ascend together. Ciao. Snooping. Yep. So lots of thinking and research, okay? They need more information. They would like to ask you a couple of questions. This person may probe. If you are engaging with them to any extent, you're going to notice that their line of questioning is in reference to where you see yourself. Are you still interested in a relationship? Do you still see yourself being married? Do you still want children? Like your future, like what's your future goals and plans and how you have that mapped out? And most importantly, is there another frog? Okay. They're not necessarily going to come out and say, I want to be with you again, or give this offer. The offer is sincere, but they also are still holding on to a bit of that pride. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that because you're only thinking you're not moving. And I feel like they are being given direct orders to move their ass. You're not the only person that they need to make shit right with. And they're not moving. Yet, right? It's the arrogance for me. Yet, they come in with their own line of questioning to try and figure out what's going on with you. Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about me no more. You don't need to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. Look at this. Gifts. Exactly. Wow. Dare I say that this person may come in with something really nice. I'm not saying that they're trying to buy you, but I am saying that this person wants to soften you up a little bit, okay? They may notice that you've hardened. Your heart has hardened towards them, or you just don't have that gleam in your eyes. The stars in your eyes, gone, right? That's the card of the Aquarius, right? The star card. This is somebody who I feel as though for a good majority of you, they like to gaze into your eyes. You don't look at them the same anymore. The way that you communicate with them, not the same anymore. They can feel the coldness. It's cold, right? So I feel like this offer, this sincere offer will come later. They have to feel you out first, but they will first start with buttering you up. Ciao. Whatever kind of things you like, that's what the fuck they're showing up with. Balance. I don't feel like this is somebody who is trying to finesse, right? They're not trying to finesse their way back in, you guys. They're not. This is a sincere apology. It is a sincere offer. Yet I still feel like this person has a lot of work to do, but I also feel as though they want to secure the relationship with you while they work on themselves. They don't want to do that shit apart because you being independent is a problem. They like, girl, you said, is there another frog? The question is, how many of these? How many? Right? That's what they're worried about. They do know that you could have your pick, that you could have anybody that you want, that you can really, you know, you could be a savage for real if you wanted to. That's their thought process. They're also trying to balance things out between the two of you and show you that they can reciprocate, that there can be equal give and take, right? Wow. I don't know. I'm gonna pull one more card and then we're gonna go over to the extended. Now we will have new love in the extended because I think this person is onto something. Okay, with their line of thoughts, yes, you most certainly will, or you already have started to entertain people who are more on your level, who are worth your time, and who show up for you. So I want to definitely look into new love, but let's see here. Give me a little bit more here, Spirit. Wow, that just kind of threw over there, didn't it? See, self-image. So this is somebody who is actively trying to improve themselves, you guys. They are, right? They definitely have insecurity issues. They always have, right? That's also what has affected this connection to the highest specificity. That's one of the hugest problems, but it's very, it's an undertone, but it's huge. It's a major issue. Even though it wasn't at the forefront, that was the underlying issue most of all, especially when it comes to that jealousy. I never get that. I never get people who get jealous of their partner, okay, in a love connection. Like that's some weird shit. That's weird. I am getting that this self-image card is more pertaining to what the divine wants this person to do, but this person is very much so focused on you. They want to lock you down, okay? Even though they still have work to do, they still have things that they need to remove. They still have blockages. They still have a ways to go. They also know that this might take quite some time. They know what you used to be to them. They know what you used to give to them. Dare I say they kind of want to go back, but no, ma'am, sir, breast is. Nobody's going backwards, okay? That's the wrong thing to say. I don't suggest you say that. Yeah, I just feel like they want to be able to say that you're theirs, even though they know that they still have a lot of work to do. They don't want you to get snatched up by anybody else. They don't. We have love offer. They coming out with the same cards now, ain't they? Being asked out. They definitely are going to try to have a conversation initially. But this is somebody who wants to take you out. They want to show you a good time. They want to show you a different side of them, because I don't feel like these are actions that they would have shown you before. Okay. They want to show you that they can take things to the next level, that they can be mature, right? That they can be supportive, that they can support you. They can take care of you. Fragmented, however, is at the bottom of the deck, right? This is a very hard lesson that they're learning, you guys. Wow. And then we have thorns at the bottom of the deck as well. I definitely feel as though this person sacrificed the happiness that the two of you could have had for the sake of holding on to their toxic patterns. They didn't want to change. They didn't want to be controlled. They didn't want to conform, right? All the things. And in the process of trying to hold on to that, they only caused themselves this very painful sacrifice, which is you. Okay. I'm like at a loss for words. This fragmented card is definitely giving me that they are very worried, okay, about how many options you may be entertaining, and if they even have an opportunity to be at least one of those options, right? It's quite sad that they are now getting a clear picture of who they were and who they were to other people as well. This is now something that they're needing to work on for sure, but they just can't remove like you out of their memory. They can't get you out of their mind. They definitely are going to come towards you. I just know that. I just know that. We will pull tarot in the extended, however. Okay, so let's go on over there. I definitely want to know, what are the hopes and fears of this person for the future of this connection? What are their truest and purest intentions moving forward? That's going to be very, very important. Have there been any significant changes in their behavior? Okay, that's also going to be important, because even though they're realizing the errors of their ways, they're now seeing very clearly who they are, who they were. Have they done anything to start changing? I want to know that, okay? Let's also see what karma this person is due in the near future. That's going to be most important for those of you who do still see it for this individual, because being in close proximity to them does mean that you might get some residual effects of that karma, okay? I also want to know what the lesson was here for the both of you. Why did it have to happen, pretty much? Let's see what this person's next steps are going to be, as well as the best potential outcome, whether you decide to re-engage with this or go in the opposite direction. There's no judgment. I'm going to look at both. I also want to know, what subconscious blockages do you need to release and take care of in order to make yourself invisible to all toxicity when you move forward? Okay, that's going to ensure success in the next cycle for you on all levels. And then we're going to get right into new love. Okay, I want to know who's coming in. Only good, only new. How many I say, because I definitely feel multiple people. So we will look into all of that. What's the vibe between you and these people? What's the most attractive quality about the one that you should be focused on the most? Okay, this is the one that you should invest in and give your time and energies to. I also want to know if there are any warnings that you need to know about prior to committing to these people, prior to committing to this person, right? Like, do they change? Do they switch up once they have you? Also very important. And then I want to know what the potential is for things to go all the way into union, okay, in the near future. We will then get your advice and reference to how spirit suggests you bring about the life that you desire of fulfillment and happiness, whatever that looks like for you, in the least amount of time, okay, guys? And then lastly, let me just grab this deck. We will have our Ask the Universe read. I'll use this deck, of course, to give you the floor, ask a couple questions, but I will have more instructions over in the extended for that. Okay, so we have a lot to unpack. We do not have time to waste, but first click that like button as well as the subscribe button. I'm going to put the link for the extended down below in the description box, and I'll try to link it in the comments as well. So I hope to see you guys over there. Leg up.